What are some ways to create a memorable experience on an employee's first day?
Well, the first thing I'll say, Michael, is let's have somebody there to welcome them on their first day. I had this experience. I don't know if you've ever had this experience where I showed up for a job one time. I show up, I get to the reception desk, and I'm like, I'm Joey Coleman. I'm here. It's my first day at work. And they're like, sorry, I didn't know you were starting today. What department are you in? And I tell them, and they're like, well, who's your boss going to be? And I'm like, I actually don't know. I didn't interview with my boss. I'm being assigned a boss here. Oh, let me see. I sit, I wait. I'm like, oh my gosh, they don't even care. Find out they're like, oh, sorry, your boss is out on vacation. So we've got another person in that department will come meet with you. But hang on, here's someone from HR who's going to take you to a room. And we come into the room and it's like, here's a giant binder of our corporate policies. Here's a bunch of paperwork for you to fill out about your health insurance and about our 401k plan. And by the way, make elections and choices for that before you even know what the plan is. And then we're going to have you watch some videos about sexual harassment that were filmed in the 70s and haven't been updated since then, but we're legally required to do this. Sorry. And then we're going to send somebody back to have lunch with you. It's not going to be your boss because remember your boss is on vacation, but we're going to bring 2 other workers from your department who've known each other for years, but they don't know you. So they're going to end up having a really cliquey conversation, but they got a free meal out of it. So they're happy to go to lunch. Afterwards, come back to the conference room because guess what? We actually don't have your desk set up. Your computer isn't here yet and the phone isn't ready, but don't worry. We're really excited to have you here. Why don't you leave early and come back tomorrow? Here's the crazy thing about that hypothetical. And the reason I share it, almost everybody listening has worked at that employer. And some of you are saying, God, Joey, you work for the same place I did. No, this is pervasive across organizations globally. What if instead you did what they do at a company called Jam? Jam is a Canadian company that runs sports leagues. And what they do is they run like your corporate kickball team or your softball team, and they create those leagues. They also do virtual culture building activities. So if you want to have like a game night or you want to have a trivia night or a happy hour, they'll host and facilitate that. Jam does something really interesting for employees on their first day. The employee pulls into the parking lot and they're met at their car by their manager, who's already outside and sees the car, pulls up and knows that that's the car that is not the car that's usually in this parking lot. And they come right up to you. They greet you and they walk you in the front door. And as they open the door and you walk into the building, they start playing your walk-on music. What? Walk-on music? Yes, as part of the interview process, they interview you and they ask, what's your walk-on music? And so they start playing your favorite jams. The speakers are pumping. You're feeling excited and you round a corner and there is a tunnel of humans. And it's their high five tunnel. And as you walk through this tunnel, you're high-fiving all of your new coworkers and you're feeling pumped, you're feeling excited, and you turn the corner and you go into the conference room where not only do all the people from the high-five tunnel file in behind you, but on the screens in the conference room are all the employees who work remotely or who aren't there that day, who've decided to join in the celebration. And then they have a series of bantering questions where they ask you things like, what are you binge watching on Netflix right now? Or what's the craziest thing you've done in the last 2 months? And they try to have your spirit come out while they also share their spirit. And at the end of this, you're presented with your rookie hoodie, the hoodie that you will wear that has the logo of the company on it and your name at all of the new employee welcoming type of things that are going to happen in the next year. And then what you also realize at that point as you're looking around is folks are wearing hockey sweaters, basically jerseys from their hockey team that have their name on the back and the year they joined the firm. And that's what you get on the 1-year anniversary of your employment. You transition from the rookie hoodie to the hockey sweater. The reason I share this story is because that's certainly something you're going to talk about when you get home that night. You've had an emotional experience, but they're also laying the groundwork for you've just become part of a new team.